Hey guys, I'm S. Dan Wolf. Welcome back to the channel again. We're on our Prehistoric Kingdom kick right now, aren't we? Ever since they were able to give us full control and we were able to kind of get in here and tailor how we want to play the game as far as the key bindings go and the mouse controls and the cameras, I really seriously cannot get enough. As soon as I get home from work, it's like the first thing I want to do is jump in here and start on a new exhibit, and we don't even have all the pieces and stuff yet. I'm still playing the beta version. Next Wednesday we'll get the full early access version where they're supposed to be adding, like I believe more rocks and foliage and stuff like that I'll get to play with you guys with for the first time as well. But I am just full on like dinosaur foliage rock mode right now. This idea actually came to me because for some strange reason, I reinstall Call of Duty like once every 6 months, and I play it hardcore for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then I don't touch it again for half a year. I just with first person shooters, they're just kind of like quick little bouts with me, and then I'm bored of them and I switch to something else. But one of the maps in Call of Duty Vanguard has like this big giant kind of like bomb doors, almost like an under the mountain hangar. And I thought, I messaged Simply Savannah and Drew today, and I was like, I've got an idea for an enclosure where the nighttime, like the nightly quarters for these two tyrannosaurs will be inside the mountain. Like they take them in there when they go, kind of like when they go back in for the evening. And I just kind of rolled with that, thinking of this bunker and thinking of Call of Duty and all that. And kind of leading more out from that, I thought that wouldn't it be cool to make like a Tyrannosaurus desert burrow, essentially. Like maybe this is a spot that's carved out between these hills, kind of like between these mountains, almost like a little cove, and these two tyrannosaurs have kind of claimed this as their nesting burrow. This is like their little territory that they feel safe in, and they've kind of come in and carved out through this little passage. And yeah, this is kind of like their little sanctuary in here now. And of course, we'll jump in a minute into the real time, and I'll kind of show you around, and we'll talk about the different layout. But that is kind of what we're rolling with here. And I also too absolutely adore the vegetation brush you just saw me use. I almost look at this as like a really cool deserty scrubland type, just like little shrubs and stuff sticking up, but not like massive trees. We've got the really washed out boulders here with that brown kind of hue I thought looked really cool. This is just like a little bit of extra, maybe like infrastructure work if there was a research team out here. Because you notice I didn't build this with, well, you'll notice at the end, I didn't build it with the intention of having like a crowd looking on, as more so as this is just like a preserve research center that we've kind of put together here. So you won't see any path work or anything throughout this. We're just thinking this is like way out in the southwestern desert, Arizona, New Mexico, kind of that's the feel I'm going with here. And I think it turned out really, really fun. And what's so cool is these ideas that I'm just starting to flesh out are, they're with not a lot of practice, because you guys know I haven't really been playing Prehistoric Kingdom probably like maybe once in the last 3 months, kind of just would pop back in here or there. But when they gave us those key bindings, when we were actually able to go in and change the controls just a day or 2 days, 3 days ago, I am just 100% back with just like almost like a fascination of what's going to be possible with this game as far as the rock resizing goes, the terrain tools, the forestry brushes, just all of it, the way that I kind of envision it working now is completely different. Like I've got a completely different feel from 3 months ago. It's just, I don't even know how to explain it other than it's smooth. Like it's running as smooth as butter right now. The building process is almost as quick as Planet Zoo. Like this right here, what you're seeing by the time this time lapse is over, I built this whole enclosure in 49 minutes, 48 or 49 minutes. So that is about on par of what it takes me when I really get into a rhythm on Planet Zoo to knock out a habitat. And I think also too, in the context of I can do that in Planet Zoo with over 4,000 hours of practice and, 2.5 years of being familiar with the pieces. So I'm building exhibits the same size as Planet Zoo, or in some cases a little larger, in the same amount of time with only a few hours in game with the new tools. So imagine what I'm saying is when I have 1,000 hours of Prehistoric Kingdom under my belt, which no doubt I will have probably in the next, who knows, maybe not even next couple months, we're really going to be rocking and rolling. I think this right here, once I really get everything set up how I want, this could be a 20-minute habitat. And that just, I know you guys might be thinking, well, speed of the habitat's not everything. Well, no, it's not. But when you're talking in the context of me personally, the quicker I can build, the more engaged I stay with a build and an idea and the game in general. It's really almost, I kind of look at it as like pre-beta 0.4. I looked at Prehistoric Kingdom as way too daunting. Just being 100% honest, it would take too long to build anything. And that was a problem. And mentally it was a problem. And that's why I really just essentially lost interest in it. I'm like, if they're not going to let us get in here and change the controls more than this, I don't have anything for it. I can't play like this. And once we saw that message go out a couple days ago, out of the blue, that beta update 0.4 was dropping, and then somebody, I think it was Rowan, I think she asked if on Twitter are the options going to be, can we change the options in game? And Prehistoric Kingdom tweeted her back, I believe, and said, yes, go into your settings. Control options, and you will see that those bindings can be changed. And then I was like, oh. So as soon as I heard that, I ran in here, fired it up. It did the update. It was a pretty substantial update too. I want to say it was like 4 gigabytes or something. Fired it up. Sure enough, I could get everything off like V. I got everything switched over to my Z and X how I wanted it to. They added in the mouse drag where I could essentially, if you visualize me like holding down on the right mouse button and being able to drag around the immediate screen, kind of like while I'm designing. I was able to do that and change key bindings all in about a 5-second period. Like all from that announcement. I was like, my whole game literally changed. And even Savannah, she wrote me and she's like, Estan, have you seen you could do the controls now? This is like a whole new experience. And I'm like, I know. This is a whole new freaking game. This is what is gonna, this is what's gonna carry this game for us. And I absolutely, I've been playing it now for 3 days in a row. This is really the only thing I've played. And I think we are in store for some incredible builds. This is so early. The game is in such an infancy, and you guys are about to get on this in 8 days. So all of this is just, it's kind of happening at once. It's kind of like, it all seems like it's coming really quick, but also like the 8 days is so far away. But, here we are. It's the 19th already, so we are rolling ever closer to being able to get our hands on the early access version, and you guys actually being able to come in with me, provide the feedback, let me know what you think about the game. And yeah, that's another thing that's really, really exciting. It's not just me playing it and showing you guys and you guys being able to play it like, you know, who knows when or 3 months down the road. You know, it's just kind of tough to get, you know, to get that engagement when you guys can't touch the game. Well, now here we are 8 days away. So we're about to open up a whole new box of engagement and player content and feedback. And it's going to be really, really interesting to see what you guys think. But anyways, let's jump into the real-time version real quick, and I will show you the Tyrannosaur Paddock. Quiet, all of you. All right, guys, you'll have to let me know kind of what you think about our new little habitat here. This is like I said, I kind of wanted to look at this as like almost like a desert burrow. So we've got their main little areas, kind of like their main little yard out here. I've got them like a little creek bed put in. We've got different little coves and little caves and stuff for them to explore. Even kind of over here on this side, we have a larger cave they can go in here and kind of bed down in. Got some wood, big yawn. Got some wood in here for them. Big yawn. And then of course we've got the massive hangar doors that they'll go into in the evening. And I just think that this little spot, it fit with the Spain map really well. Like you could just picture them kind of crossing this desert and coming across this little spot, you know, with the water available to them, the cover. You know, I just figured like down in here, they could safely build a nest. There's just, I just thought like that is kind of what I created, what I had in mind creating this, like a full-on Tyrannosaur desert burrow. And I just think it came out really, really cool. And we've got some sleepy Rexes here. They're peaceful right now. But let me, what I'll do too is while I have you all here, let me jump in and show you some of the tools, just in case you guys are thinking about picking this up next week. Let's go in. We will, we'll get rid of all these trees. See, we've got a tree removal tool. Get rid of all these a minute. And just to kind of show you what I did over there, we'll get us a little bit of a hill going. Terrain tool, really, really responsive. We'll flatten this. Let's kind of bring that down through here. Bring that down through here. All right, your rock work, you can go into your modular pieces. Right here to rocks and foliage. And of course you can twist and turn these. Get these all stacked up nice and neat. This guy comes a little small. You'll click on your scaling edit right there if you want. We can make this guy very large, very small, whatever you want to do. And you can make it to see where it holds that pattern. Or it holds that size for you. So let's get a couple of these put in here. Let's switch to some of these taller guys. It's one of my favorite rock pieces right here. I'd probably use it probably more than any of them. But the texture and stuff is just so good. Let's get that right there. Put that right there. And so you've got your basic rocks set in. Then we'll go into our substrate, and you can notice that all of these, like desert or grassland and desert, aren't open to us yet. But tropical, we can come in and we can kind of mix this up a little bit for a little bit of our under gravel. We can switch to the wetland, see how that's a little more muddy. Get some mud in there. We can go to our temperate. Little bit darker substrate. Really, really cool. We've got coastal. Can even add in some rock flare. Up on that. And then, of course, we have our snow and stuff as well. And darker gravel. And then one of my favorite tools is the actual tree. Our little tree landscaping tool. So what will we do here? I like... let me just try to find you guys. This one's a good one right here. This Aleppo pine. Watch how intuitive the system is. Look, see it like it'll if you have the correct touch, it will not place them on the rocks so much as around the rocks. So see, look how quick we were able to just foliage up this hillside, make it look more natural with those rocks. And then too, like if we wanted to, let's maybe throw, we got some pines here. We could throw in some pines. Then of course you can remove trees. But all of this is just such an awesome tool. And you can mix and match too. See, right now I have all three of those selected. You could do a fourth one, and when it calculates, it mixes those for you. And the actual resizing is not just limited to rock pieces either. If you go into your modular pieces and let's just say, I don't know, let's just do, like if we wanted to do a Tyrannosaur statue. See, we've got this guy right here. Got all kinds of different little, like, colors and coats you can give them, and you can change the color of this. But okay, say we put that guy in there, click on him, right there. Check this out. We could make a massive, massive Tyrannosaur statue. Or you could go really, really tiny as well and make you a little gift shop. So it is 100% up to you. Another thing that I'll show you that my Planet Zoo group really loves is the camera mode. So check this out. We've got Faina here. I can pick her up. We'll pause the game so she doesn't move. I can pick her up and say I want to get a nice screenshot with her here on this rock. Check that out. She will not move. And then, of course, your little screenshot mode. Click on that. And then you can use your WASD to move around. And we can get us a very nice screenshot of her. And the statue in the background. You've got your field of view. Time scale, so she'll actually move. Check this out. You can change the time of day on your picture in real time with her not moving. And you can even change the light angle that you want the sun coming in on for your picture. So how awesome is that? Literally placing the animals wherever you prefer them. I just think that is awesome. And then of course the time of day, that's just killer. I would kill for this in Planet Zoo. Like to be able to put an animal right where I want it just to get that picture. Yes, please. Look, he's wanting to go in. And if you do the time scale, she will move and you can get a good little shot however you want her moving or however you want to bring it back. And that's it. You can grab all of these shots. Skybox, they've got a really good, really fun skybox in right now, especially with the peppering of the stars and those late evening shots. Just really fun. So, But anyways, guys, yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think. Like I said, leave me a comment down below if you guys are going to try to pick this up next week, and I'd love to hear from you. And thank you guys for the support on these last few videos of jumping in here and having fun with this. So anyways, I'm SD Wolf. As always, thank you for stopping by and hanging out. And I'll catch you in the next video. See ya!